Special guest on the program, and he's with us this morning. His name is James Kallstrom, former FBI Assistant Director, well known on this program. James, welcome back.
Good morning. Voter
fraud. We had the tape of the Democrats there showing how it's done. Is it widespread? You must know about this.
Well, I think it is widespread. I think it's a lot wider than the Bush administration figured out. But it's only in places where, that they have a chance of losing. The Democrats I'm talking about. In these key states where it's really close. And, yeah, absolutely. The dead people are voting. The illegal aliens are voting. Why do you think Democratic governors do not allow ID to vote?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the reason?
Right.
Well, the reason is obvious what the reason is. They want these people to vote in these elections that are going to go one way or the other, 1%. They're going to push it over the line. That's always happened in Chicago, right? It's happened since I was a child.
Oh, you tell me. I don't know.
No,
but
it has.
Tell me.
It has. Well, and elsewhere.
But is it... Look, if you insist on voter ID, the left says that suppresses the minority vote. Is that accurate?
I think that's nonsense. I mean, you've got to have an ID to get in this building. You have to get an ID to go on an airplane. You have to get an ID to check into a hotel. I mean, I think it's nonsense. Okay. You have to have an ID to get your welfare or your card for the supermarket. I mean, it's nonsense. It's just an excuse that because the media is so corrupt. None of this is ever factually presented to people, so they can't make logical decisions.
Okay, now, a scathing article in the Washington Post about Hillary's email scandal. They, Washington Post, spoke to a former FBI agent who says State Department Undersecretary Patrick Kennedy asked him directly, declassify certain emails, and we'll give you some slots on the FBI overseas. The FBI agent immediately said no. James Kallstrom, the State Department denies that there's any quid pro quo going on here. What do you say?
This is the same guy, Kennedy, that refused all the security requests for Benghazi. This is that same guy. Okay? And, I think, I don't know enough about the actual deal, but it certainly looks like on paper, something that's actually a federal crime.
What do you make of James Comey, the FBI director? We've had people on this program say that he, and I hate to use this expression, a dirty cop. Where's James Kallstrom going to put him?
He's let down the citizens of this country, in my view. He's let down the FBI. He's thrown all the agents under the bus. They conducted an investigation for a period of time, and then, in my view, from what I know in the public arena, and from hundreds and hundreds of agents that have talked to me about this, and ex-U.S. attorneys and ex-judges, there was a point in time when this investigation went into what I would call the sham category. And I could talk for half an hour on why that is. No grand jury, no subpoenas, no court orders, immunity to the co-conspirators, letting the co-conspirators in on the interview. I mean, these are all crazy things that the FBI never does.
I'm going to get more on this later from you about the revolt within the FBI. Yes. I'll get more on that later. Please stay there, James. I've got breaking